Okay, I have a question for you. So the
Yes.
Niners are 4-1. They've pulled out some really impressive wins. They've beaten the Rams. They've beaten the Cardinals. I'm not. Excuse me. Yes, they beat the Cardinals. They beat the Rams. They beat the Seahawks. I'm not sure the Niners are better than either team, but they've beaten them, and that's important. But what I want to ask you is, if
Yeah.
you had to set up a power ranking in the NFC, where would you put the Niners? And I know you're not prepared for this question, but like, what tier are they in? Because they're currently the number one seed in the NFC.
Yeah, and they're not the best team in the NFC. I
I
mean,
don't
I
think
I think
so.
there's potential there. I
Yeah.
mean, there's a lot of thing. Everything evolves, right? Like if IU comes back, he's awesome. I mean, they're going to get better. If the Kittle comes back, he's awesome. They're going to get better. But I think they're the fourth. They're the fourth team. I think that I would probably have Philly one, but some people could have Detroit one. But I think those two are 1, 2, and then I would put Tampa next, and then I would put the Niners. I think I like the Niners more than Green Bay. I like the Niners more than the Rams, more than the Seahawks, more than the Commanders. But as far as NFC, I think it's Detroit and it's Philly and it's Tampa. I mean, Tampa is lost a ton of guys, really good players. A lot of their best players have been lost to injury. But Baker's playing like the MVP of the league. They drafted this Emeka Egbuka, who's not just one of the best rookies in the league; he's one of the best players in the league. And so, I mean, they're an incredibly difficult team to defend, and they still have some good players on defense, even though they lost Kalijah Cansey and they've got a slew of injuries. But I think the Niners could be with any of these teams. I think the Niners could go to Detroit, Philly, or Tampa in the playoffs and beat those teams. I really do believe that. But if I was being objective, and I will be for this, I have them as the fourth team out of those four.
Yeah, I mean, I think they could go and beat any team. I think they're showing that they can beat teams that are better than they are. But without Bosa, just on paper, they kind of seem like a middle of the road team that's going to be in a lot of close games and could pull out lots of upsets. Uh, in retrospect, I don't think they're as good as Jacksonville. I think there's really no shame in losing to Jacksonville. Jacksonville's probably better than them. Maybe they beat him with Mac Jones, maybe not. And what I think was interesting, the Niners are 4-0 in their conference, 4-1 overall. But in terms of overall net points on the season, they're just +8. Philly's +16, Tampa's +3, Detroit's +62, Green Bay's +20, Seattle +21, Minnesota +26, Washington +33, Rams +16, Arizona +7. So there's a lot of teams that are competitive in the NFC, and it'll shake itself out. But yeah, I think the Niners still have a lot to prove.
They do. I mean, it was a great win, but I kind of think that McVay blew it because
Oh
McVay
yeah.
always gets into this, macho thing with Shanahan, and then he goes away from what he does better. I mean, there was a couple of years ago, the Niners, had 18 straight runs. It was a primetime game. It was like a Monday or Thursday. And instead of, the Rams' advantage was their passing game, but they just abandoned it and said, we're going to run Sony Michel because he wanted to get into this who's tougher, between the Niners and him and Shanahan and the Niners and the Rams. And I felt like the same thing happened here. It's 4th and 1, and you're going to run a sub 200-pound running back and Mikael Williams and Alfred Collins when you could have Stafford basically throw it to Puka on any number of different, routes. I mean, it's just, I think that was the gift horse right there that McVay always gets lured into this who's tougher thing with Shanahan, and that's not, I thought he misplayed his hand of cards.
I also felt that, and I don't say this very often, but I thought Kyle was a better motivator and leader than McVay. I thought Kyle had his team way more up for that game than McVay did. Like Kyle had, Mac Jones talking to him about the spread, telling everyone why are we not supposed to win this game? I mean, I love that from Kyle Shanahan. Meanwhile, I'm guessing Sean probably told his players, look, guys, just because Brock and Kittle and Bosa and Jennings and Pearsall aren't out there doesn't mean the Niners can't beat us. So let's give it our all. And I just don't think the Rams hurt him, and I don't think they really showed up until.
Uh-oh. Did you freeze on? Did you freeze?
Hold on, I'm back.
Oh, you're back. I was going to say, you
Hold
froze for a second.
Prize Picks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use promo code COHN, COHN, and download the app now.
This happened to me. This happened to me last night, by the way. I froze
Just
for
a
a second. I
second.
got kicked out of my own stream. Only to only to find my way back in. Yeah, the streaming in the heat. There we go. Well, Grant will be back. But, you know, I mean, we were talking about the 49ers and the quarterbacks. I mean, I don't think they've got a quarterback issue, but they have two quarterbacks they can play. And will it become an issue? Well, it'll become an issue if Brock continues to miss games because of injury. There we go. And if Matt continues to play well in his place.
How about that?
Oh, gosh.
I think there was just too much hot takes going on. The hotness of the takes just overloaded the circuits.
There you go.
All right. So what was I saying? Bench Brock Purdy, give Mac Jones $300 million, fire Kyle.
And when you disappeared there, I was just talking about how, is it a quarterback controversy? Well, it's not, because one guy's being paid handsomely and everybody and the backup saying all the right things. But this is pro sports, and it doesn't get decided in the corner office. It gets decided on the field. And if Brock continues to be hurt and Matt continues to ball out, eventually it will be a quarterback controversy.